Hey, what's up, Wrestling World? This is August C. Jones here with another Russell Ones. And so I am going to be talking about the title change, the WrestleMania plan that changed for the WWE Championship. So as we were going in, we were expecting possibly a fatal four-way or triple threat between, let's say, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and then maybe a fatal four-way that would include Jacob Fatu, because of the fact that Drew McIntyre has been kind of like fucking with Jacob and causing him matches and stuff, as well as Cody Rhodes, Elimination Chamber being one of them. And, you know, maybe just kind of like spinning everything into a way to where it will come out to a multi-man match, which I wouldn't mind. But after Drew calls Cody a possible win at Elimination Chamber, Nick Aldis put on a match for him at on SmackDown, this past SmackDown, against Cody Rhodes, one-on-one for the WWE Championship. And so going into there, a lot of word was coming out that there's highly possible 99% chance that Drew McIntyre will be losing the WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes. Therefore, having the WWE Championship match that's defended at WrestleMania being Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, a match that they've been hitting toward ever since Cody came back. And especially when he became champion, you got Randy Orton looking at the championship whenever he's talking to him. So it was stuff that they were constantly hitting at, and now it's getting to a point where they want to pay it off, where you have old team members clashing against each other, guys with history, an old mentor and mentee, now rivals and peers, or I ain't gonna say rivals, but now peers. And we're finally going to get that match, and it being for the WWE Championship. So this is why I'm kind of 50-50 about it. So let's get on the whole Drew thing. I am upset at the fact that Drew McIntyre lost the WWE Championship. And this is why, I was heavy on Drew. Drew is one of my favorites right now. And I was heavy on him. I was rooting for him. I was lobbying for him to win the championship after the shit that he had with Punk, the program that he had with Punk a year or two ago. It was after that, Punk just kept getting better and better stuff, but Drew McIntyre just kept getting stuff stopped, put to the side. He wasn't really getting what he deserved after that, like Punk did, even though he was doing some of the best stuff of his career. And so now we finally get to a point where he's constantly in the title run, and he's losing match after match with Cody, and they finally give him the championship. And then now, months later, and don't get me wrong, it ain't like he lost it 2 weeks later or anything like that, or he, just whatever. But I do feel him going to WrestleMania with the title would have been one of the best things for him. And it probably would have been the best thing for him, as far as just, I know I just said the same thing twice, but work with me. It would have been good for him to keep it at least until WrestleMania. I would have been perfectly okay, and I feel like a lot of people would have felt perfectly okay with him losing the title at WrestleMania, especially in a multi-man title shot, title match or whatnot. And to see him lose weeks before WrestleMania, it's kind of like a spit in his face. So when you look back at his title run and him getting the title and everything else, it kind of comes off more as we're going to throw them a bone. The fans want to see him with the title. He wants the title and all that stuff. So we're going to throw him a bone. We're going to give him the championship, let him run with it for a month or so, have little opponents here and there, but then when he's going to eventually lose it on the road to WrestleMania. That way, we'll make room for Cody and Randy and all that stuff. And I'm mad at that because I feel like he deserves better, especially with the work that he put out, the promos, the wrestling, all that stuff. And he looks like a champion. He comes off as a champion. So it's just I feel bad for him. He finally gets the title run that he wanted, but yet it's not really treat it as anything major, because he loses it right back to Cody, and it's just like, okay, cool. But on the other hand, the reason why I understand, I'm not gonna say I fully agree with what they're, why they did it. I understand it because when you look at it, as much as I fuck with Drew, as much as I love Drew, to me, Cody versus Randy for the WWE Championship, the match that they've been hitting toward, does have a lot more like appeal to me as a consumer, as an audience, as a person that watches the product and keeps up with the product and everything else. It does seem more appealing to me, and I feel like it feels more appealing to a lot of people, even more so than a fatal triple threat or a fatal four-way match. Even though I feel like that probably would have been like really like dope to have all four of those guys, I feel like having something like this does kind of bring a little bit of interest, because this is something that a lot of people have been wanting. I feel like still with like Cody Rhodes, he's had the title for way too long and way too many times. He needs a year something break away from the title. He needs that, because right now it kind of seems like he's essentially the new John Cena. They don't have anybody else that they can feel they can put the title on, that can run with it or whatever. Cody Rhodes is our default. So we're going to go to Cody Rhodes. He's going to get a title shot. He's going to win. He's going to be Super Cody. Or as people would say, Homelander Cody. Like, without just being evil. But I feel like that's what the problem is. Like, why? Because I truly feel like Randy is not winning. When you have him win this close to WrestleMania, I don't think he's going to lose it anytime soon. And I feel like Randy isn't going to win. Now, if they have babyface versus babyface, then yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to retain. But if they have, or he's going to retain. But the way that they can do it to where people will like it and it will bring interest is to have him turn heel. Have him become Homelander. Do his final transformation as Homelander Cody Rhodes. And this is how I think that they can do it. We haven't seen Royce Keys. Royce Keys has disappeared. He's not in the building. Well, actually, he's in the building, but he's doing dark matches. So he hasn't been on TV. I feel what they should do is keep him off of TV. Have people wondering, like, where's Royce Keys? Where's Royce Keys? Like, oh, they don't know what to do with him, and all this stuff, and put out this narrative, like, oh, yeah, we don't know what to do with, like, Royce Keys and all that stuff. But then WrestleMania comes. And, like, let's say it gets to maybe the end, maybe Cody Rhodes does something, like, heelish, or maybe, let's say, Royce Keys come out of nowhere. He don't have to have on, like, don't do the whole mask and hoodie shit. Don't even do that. Say he just comes out of nowhere. He comes out the crowd. The referee is knocked down, and then out of nowhere, Royce Keys just lays out Randy Orton. Randy Orton is my favorite wrestler, but let's just put it like this. Royce Keys lays out Randy Orton. Like, he lays him out. And then what he does is that he leaves him there for Cody, and Cody kind of looks confused. But then people are like, oh, damn, is he going to take advantage of it? Or is he just going to, be mad and end up losing the match and all this stuff? But then what Cody Rhodes does is that when the referee gets up, he picks Randy up, does the crossroads, and pins him. And then you get Royce Keys coming up in the ring, looking at at Cody, and Cody looking at him, and Cody kind of like seeming like he like talking shit, like why you doing this, and all this stuff. But then they start to smile. And then they give each other a hug, and then Royce Keys lift up his arm, go like this, and this and that, turning him heel. I feel like if they did it that way, I feel like that will probably be like a great ending to night one of WrestleMania. They need something that's going to bring intrigue to it. Now, getting there as two baby faces, of course, they're going to have a lot of work. But if they get to WrestleMania and then do the surprise heel turn at the end of it, and have that way, you can have Cody have somebody on his side as a heel that can like dominate people for him, or, you know, help him out with this and that. And then you have a program between him and Randy that can last a little bit longer, you know. And I feel like that will probably be the best spot for Royce Keys, at least until they break him away from Cody Rhodes and put him in a different spot. But I feel like that probably would be the best thing that they can do. So I'm okay with it. Like I said, the match Cody Randy brings intrigue to me. How they're gonna do it, I don't know. Will they put Royce Keys in that position? We'll see. I feel like that's the best thing to do for him, at least for a little bit, at least for this year. You know, he's working with somebody that came from AEW with him, you know, that, you know, he's familiar with. So it makes sense, you know. And I feel like that's how they could do it. That's why I'm like, I'm not mad, as everybody's saying. I didn't watch the show, didn't watch the match, but I'm not upset like how everybody like, oh, this is garbage, this is the worst ending in SmackDown. I'm not like that. I didn't see it, so I can't say that. But at the same time, even though I don't fully agree with the title change, taking it off of Drew, if this is what they have planned to actually turn Cody Rhodes heel, which is about time. It is about fucking time for him to turn heel. That would be the perfect time to do it. And I wouldn't even say on the road to WrestleMania turn him heel. At WrestleMania, make it a big fucking surprise. I feel like that's the best thing to do. But like I said, it's still fucked up that they gave Drew McIntyre this kind of like, not really a brief title run, but like a really not, felt like it's an important title run, you know. And they took it off of him and put it right back on Cody, which it was like, if you're going to do that, why even like have him lose the title? But I guess they had to, because if Drew lost another match, it was going to be like, bro, you just off for a whole year. Like, no title, no world title shot for a whole year. Just take a break, bro, and come back refreshed. But I feel like they kind of had to do it. But I feel like if they did that, I would be okay with it. And then you have a new story with Cody to do, and it makes it a little bit more intrigue for him to have the title for another 3-4 months, maybe 5 months or whatnot, and he can just be like one of the most hated heels on the WWE roster. And I think that would probably be cool. But I don't know, I don't trust WWE to do it, I don't trust Triple H to do it. He maybe surprise me, I don't know, but we'll see. But those are my thoughts on the whole title change, the WWE WrestleMania plans change for the WWE Championship. What do you guys think? If you like this video, go ahead, give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, comment, do all that stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yes, check out the video on the screen, and I will catch you guys on the next one. So peace out.